going to Calistoga area when I was doing radio down there, and there was a big concern about the geothermal drilling. And the person they assigned me to from the company, like we were driving around and he pointed out this little fenced off area, and I'm like, oh, what's that? He goes, oh, that was a culturally sensitive area. And so we made an agreement with the local tribe that we would protect it. So they put a little cyclone fence around it. You know, it's not marked or anything. And I was just like kind of shocked. And, you know, and then we kept going. And, you know, I had time with him. I really filled his ear with sort of an indigenous perspective about, because the issue was, well, I got involved as a native person is because they were doing geothermal drilling also in Mount Shasta area. And the Wiyot people over there were protesting, you know, the geothermal drilling because they were doing it in their sacred area where they were going and collecting, like you were saying, the plant medicines, and it was a place of prayer. But for the folks that were the corporate folks, that went sailing right over their head, and they didn't care, you know, because they're not indigenous. You know, they don't go out and gather medicine. They don't go out and pray there. They just wanted to do the geothermal drilling, and it was lucrative for them, you know, and they had the backing of some really big dollars. And you hear these poor Wiyot people, you know, they just had themselves, you know, to go out there. And so my radio show, I wanted everybody to know about this, just like you guys want to know, you know, let people know about the mushroom cleanup that's happening up there. Is somehow we've got to get the word out and make it important to everybody. You know, like I understand why some people want geothermal drilling, you know, that's an option, but it can cause some other issues. You know, it infringed upon the rights of the Wiyot people, for example. And then environmentally, there was concern it might be causing more earthquakes in that part of California. And even the geothermal people couldn't say yes or no. So I just think, you know, it's so hard. We're in different camps, I guess, if you want to call it that. And it's just like trying to bring everybody together and hear each other out, which is why I do radio. I let every side talk when there's an issue, you know, so that people can make informed decisions about what they want to believe in and what they want to, you know, respond to as far as a call to action. So we need to just keep getting the information out here somehow through your filmmaking, radio, whatever it takes. You know, if this idea in Alaska, if it works and it employs people up there and it helps slow down, you know, the climate change and the global warming, we need to get that out. We need to get that out to Washington, D.C., to all those policymakers as well, because that's when all the money starts to flow the right direction.